Y'all, I can already tell you that this new moon in Aries reading is about to be quick and dirty because this energy is quick and dirty. It's heavy on the say goodbye to your old self. And I feel like it's just that easy. Hydrate, light it if you need it. It's starting to feel real chop chop around here. So let's clear out any funky ass energy. Welcome in my benevolent ancestors. Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for this new moon in Aries that we are having on April 17th, 2026. Say goodbye to your old self. The version of you that you have known so far that you are just so comfortable with, there are some drastic changes. I feel like there are some new connections, new relationships that are being broken up and that are being rejuvenated, replenished, old ancient souls coming together, being reunited. I feel like there is a uptick in fuck it, I'm gonna do it my way. Don't worry about me, I'll figure it out. There's an uptick and I got it. And not from like a weird hyper independent place, like an uptick in like I got it. No, I'm good. I got this. It's on me. Um, Interesting. I just said it's on me. So obviously, I feel like some of us there's an influx of financial prosperity that's coming in, or has already come in. This hair. Anyway, new moons. I'm just gonna read my notes because I wrote good notes. New moons are all about starting anew. Aries is the first sign in the zodiac. So we are all collectively being reborn, starting a whole new cycle, being shredded, being cracked open, or have been. And so there's this new seedling emerging. There's this new version of you that's emerging. And it's very childlike. It's very joyful. It's very innocent. It's very playful. New moons are an important time to set intentions. And I feel like this new moon specifically is about planting seeds of manifestation that will start to materialize during the next or following full moon. That's every new moon. Every new moon is about the seed that you plant, the intention that you set, the action that you tie with the intention. It starts to harvest in the full moon. So what you start in the new moon, you start to see materialize in the full moon in some sort of way. Aries is a sign of I am. Aries is consciousness. Aries is the self. Aries is your concept of me. Aries is spring. Aries is first. Aries is initiation energy. And I feel like here and now, the universe is ultimately asking, who are you now? And what are you going to do about it? Aries requires action. Chop, chop, let's fucking go. And it's interesting. I did the, what reading was that? Oh, that was a weekly that I did for Patreon. Shout out to the Spartan Spirit Squadron. Me and my ethical cult are doing all kinds of astrological hoodwink, hood, hoodwinking, I meant to say hood rich shit. Um, hood rich shit with my friends. Anyway, I'm tired. Uh, there is a beautiful vibe that we got building over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. The links are in the description box below. I'm about to catch a flight in the morning. I should be in bed, but here we are, Ariesing hard. Um, but like I said, who are you and what are you going to do about it? It's all in the action with this new moon. Like I said, it's happening April 17th, 2026 at 7:52 a.m. Eastern time. And it's happening at 27. And I just saw 444. Y'all know 27 is my number. I wear a 444 chain. So here we go. The symbolism Already. Hydrate. Good God. I still love that I said hoodwinked. I love I love the Patreon shit. Like, I mean it when I say my ethical cult, like it's about to be something. Anyway, um 27 is my favorite number. And I'm an Aries. I'm a 25-degree Aries, so this shit is happening on my natal sun in my seventh house. Never mind. Anyway, this I wrote super important new moon. Who are you and who are you trying to be? Because not just like, yeah, it's like who are you and what are you going to do about it? But that doing requires an awareness of who you are trying to be. This new who that you are becoming, who that? And what are the steps that are required for you to match that frequency and embody that version of you? All right, so 27 degrees Aries. I haven't read this. I'm going in blind with you guys. Libra. So Aries here. Ugh. All right. You know, I had to hit you with the handsy zanzy. Inside Degrees by Elias Lonsdale. And Elias Lonsdale's description of the 27th degree of Aries is a fun house. The playground of the world is both wide open and oddly synchronistic. Anybody can go anywhere and do anything, but sometimes you can come up against yourself no matter where you look, and you meet your shadows and delusions coming back at you in every form you are desperate to deny. A frenzy pursues stimulus. A frenzy pursues stimulus, entertainment, distraction, and diversion, and the world arena turns into an hysterical proposition of thematic echoes, making the whole journey too obvious, too direct, too brutal. The only postponement tactic is left to devise the only postponement tactic left is to devise whole worlds of self-justification and self-vindication to harbor you just long enough to let you face the ruckus feedback loop that is trying to tell you that being a personality on the loose is a great disguise and is not covering your nakedness and never did. God damn. I have to read. He is the king of a run on sentence, child. But that last sentence was it. The only postponement tactic left is to devise whole worlds of self justification and self vindication to harbor you just long enough to let you face the ruckus feedback loop that is trying to tell you that being a personality on the loose is a great disguise and is not covering your nakedness and never did. Damn. The playground of the world is both wide open and oddly synchronistic. Anybody can go anywhere and do anything. And I mean, that's really kind of where we're at. You know, dark moons are when the moon is at its light. I mean, new moons are dark moons. They used to be called dark moons. It's when the light of the moon is at its weakest. So you don't see the moon in the sky during new moons or dark moons. But it's the darkness that is required for a seed to crack out of its shell and bloom. And we talk about this every new moon, right? But this is about your consciousness, and your consciousness, the micro versus the macro, your consciousness versus like the environment that your consciousness is in. Do you need to shift the environment that you're in? The playground of the world is both wide open and oddly synchronistic. So I feel like there's lots of signs and symbols and wonders that you are getting. Anybody can go anywhere and do anything. But sometimes you come up against yourself no matter where you look. And you meet your shadows and delusions coming back at you in every form you are desperate to deny. I feel like this new moon in Aries is going to have a lot of us really seeing ourselves, the parts that we know we need to do something about. So we may be getting cosmically called out a lot in the oncoming weeks. And that's good. It's necessary. Mars, Saturn, Neptune, Chiron in Aries, Mercury going into Aries is not here to fucking play. It's here to purify you by fire. It's like, yeah, you're already being reborn, but you're actually being purified as well. So liquefied with fire. And it hurts, it's uncomfortable. There's so many growing pains, and fucking good character development. It'll give you a cool scar. Bitches love scars, you know? Hydrate. All right. So I'm pulling from the Wild Unknowns Pocket Archetype deck. Aries as I am. It's the first house, which I feel like embodies the umbrella of archetypes. All right, and the question I only have two questions, and I want to ask who are you to become? Eat the meat, leave the bones. Take what's yours, leave what's not. Who are you to become? The thread. We are all connected. Who you are to become is not just a cog in the wheel. It is a thread the in the cosmic weave. It is a thread in the cosmic weave of the cosmic web of life. You are, ooh, and I see the forest on the bottom of the deck with a bunch of trees. And it makes me think of the aspens, how they're all connected underneath the earth. One aspen, all these trees, this whole forest you see here in Utah, it's like, it's a thing. But like, they're all one tree, really, technically. They're all one organism, even though there's so many of them. And this is so Aries, like this Aries Libra axis, understanding that the Aries Libra axis is Aries is me, Libra is we. I need to understand there is no healthy we without a healthy me. There is no healthy interdependence without healthy independence. If it's not me, it's you. If it's not you, it's me. We all in this bitch together, you know? And so there's just something about who are you to become is a part of the cosmic fabric of life. You already are that. Who you are. Ooh, I said I was going to clarify. What deck do I want to use? I'm obsessed with my new Magical Hours deck, so I'm going to use this. All right. Let me see. All right, please clarify the thread when it comes to who you are to become. I also feel like, okay, who you are to become is somebody that upholds something. Like I am upholding a standard. I am upholding um a way of thinking, a way of living, a way of being. You are to be seen. A lot of you are to be seen. A lot of you are to be heard. A lot of you, this thread energy is feels like a vessel. Like, and it's funny because there is a actual vessel, the vessel card here. But actually, let me read the thread. Let's read that before I clarify it. LXX. Tiny ass book. Lord, how am I gonna read this? All right, there we go. Hold on. Thank you. The thread, the path, the vein, the circuit. Keep in mind, I asked, who are you to become? The path, the vein, the circuit. Life is a tangle. So much happens simultaneously and circuitously, leaving us grappling for meaning and direction in a network of distractions. I need my glasses so bad. When we connect to the energy of the thread, however, we strike the deepest vein in the body. Our whole being responds to its tug, meaning meaning is pumped through our bloodstream. Our mind and spirits are lifted. We remember who we are and what we came into this world to do. Though this happens on the most profound level, it could be the simplest incident that activates the thread: a song, an image, a conversation heard in passing. No matter how confusing and multi layered our modern lives become, if we are connected to the thread, we are free. Being tethered to it is the only anchor our heart requires. Um, okay, so who you are to become, it's interesting because I got something specific. Some of you, it's like an electrician, an alchemist, someone who alchemizes energy workers, a siren, a songstress, a writer, a podcaster, a photographer, a blogger, a writer of books, series of books. Some of you have series of books in you. Um, some of you, there's some semblance of like even fame or notoriety or being known for something that's coming in for some of you. Please clarify this thread. The thread. Who are we to become? I also feel like some of you become act as a gateway. Like you do something that creates gateways for other people to step into like divinely aligned, activated like positions and roles. It's almost like some of you are uh lifting up or playing supporting roles for like people who chose to come into this life and do something really big. Not everybody took the same level of assignment. Some people came in and was like, I want to be on easy level. You know what I mean? Some of you are like, I'm okay with being on easy level. I don't need to. I'm okay with my soul's progression. Some of you were like, sign me up for the fucking expert level shit, you know? And I feel like that doesn't fucking matter. Whoever opted for what, you know what, you'll feel it in your heart, you'll feel it in your soul, you know? But I do feel like it's a big thing to know, like some of you are like, you opted to play supporting roles. It's like you opted to be technical theater, not the person on the stage. You're the one who creates all the sets, you know what I mean? That's where a lot of the money is anyway. All right, please clarify the thread when it comes to who are we to become. The Ace of Wands. Who you are to become is still up to you. The divine is very much so. I feel like the divine has already handed a lot of you the Ace of Wands that you're going to receive. There's this magic wand of manifestation. The divine is, that's ultimately what I'm getting, is like who who are you to become? You get to determine that. King of Pentacles. Stop letting society and megalomaniacs and a ring of fucking rich child diddlers fucking determine what success is for you. Like, I promise you, they are living extremely, extremely empty lives. The Four of Wands. Yeah. You're meant to have fun and discover it and play. You're meant to have a good time. You chose this life to live it. So who you are to become is absolutely fucking up to you. All right, and what do you need to do about it? Okay, what do you need to do about it? The Judge. Interesting. With the crone at the bottom of the deck. I feel like access the ancient wisdom within you, access your higher self, make this judgment call for yourself, do your part to really um what you need to do about it. I feel like is be a way more discerning, lean into this Libra energy, this judging energy. Libra isn't just judgy like judgy mean girls. Libra is discerning. Libra energy takes its time. It understand like that's the thing. A lot of people think that Libras are indecisive. Libras just tend to have more options, and they need to take more time to weigh out the options to see what's going to be best for them. And so I feel like what you need to do to determine first is what is best for you, so that you can make a judgment call around, do I need to stay friends with this person? Do I need to stay in contact? Do I need to keep doing this activity? Do I need to keep eating this? Do I need to keep taking this medication? Do I need to step my game up in this routine? Whatever it is, please clarify the Judge. I feel like it's time for you to get more discerning. It's time for you to get more like scrutinizing of yourself, not being harsh on yourself. Exactly, the High Priestess, discerning. It's time for you to make very spirit-based decisions. 2202 on the clock. It's time to, and this is the 2 card. It's time to get spiritually masterful at making decisions. And so there's a lot here about what you need to do about it is get still, get quiet, prioritize time within yourself, prioritize listening to yourself. You need to know what songs are playing on your radio, babe. Pay attention. Prior, what you need to do about it is prioritize stillness so you can hear what your soul is telling you to do, and that you can get very clear discerning and very clear instructions from the High Priestess within you. And they will tell you, hey, you need to stop doing this. Hey, you need to stop doing this. Like, for instance, I know I want to use my voice. I when I was little, I thought I was going to be a singer. When I was older, I thought I was going to be singer. I was in a band. I pursued music for a long time. I've written so many fucking songs. It doesn't make sense. Um, and this is what I ended up using my voice for. I knew I was going to use my voice. I just didn't know how. And I feel like some of you are like about to see the other side of it. And so, like, okay, I know I want to use my voice. I was driving, this is maybe like 6 months ago, and God straight up told me that 39 is the last year that I'm going to be smoking. I was like, oh, okay. And I got told, not, hey, you think that you should quit smoking this year? It was like, I'm letting you know this is it. And I and I just feel like there's something about listening to that kind of shit when it comes up. Spending the time, I was quiet driving my truck. I didn't have any music on. I was just listening to the sounds of windows down, just being with myself, and was able to hear very clearly. And I feel like give yourself that. It feels really important. Like I said, I want this to be short. I want it to be sweet and intentional. Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Say goodbye to the old you. You're in the initial stages of a whole new relationship with yourself. You're getting ready. You're walking through. You're actively walking through a threshold, actively walking through some kind of a portal that's leading you to this much sunnier aspect of yourself. There is levity, lightheartedness. There is ascension. There is getting to like a higher altitude. It's funny. It just makes me think. Um, Shout out to one of my soulmates, Rio. Uh, this beautiful, beautiful lesson in my life, and she's Colombian, and she was telling me about a common phrase that they use, where they say the translation of it is, at this altitude of life, Period. At this altitude of life, I don't do shit like that. At this altitude of life, I'll have time. And I feel like that's the motto going forward. At this fucking altitude. Now, go with God. Be who you are out in the world. Be the seed. And start to embody whatever your empress or emperor mode really looks like. You got this. Oh, you fucker. You fucking, it could have been cool. Could have been cool.